Oh, it's just too high for the diminutive Batista. Chen goes fast. There we go, 4-1. Zig Theory are red hot at the moment. They are absolutely flying. And predictably, it seems that there is a timeout called by Chile. And while they have a timeout, I suppose it's a perfect time to talk about Ulti TV and how you can watch more Frisbee. Because that's what we all want, is to watch more Frisbee. So if you're interested and you'd like to support us and help us bring more games and more tournaments, please go to our website and join our Patreon. Become a patron. Support us for only a few dollars a month. Help us bring more games and more tournaments like this to you. Without your help, we cannot continue to cover everything. And for Patreons, there are many special benefits. The various tiers. I think one of my favorite is the ability to vote on what games we cover at these community-supported events. So you could potentially have a say in what we cover and what we film. So go ahead, check it out if you're interested. Well, Zig Theory breaking their huddle. Spicy Chili still in theirs. The distinctive accents of Will Christopherson. Christopherson, actually a native of Minnesota, but don't quote me on that one. I think that was where he was from originally, many years ago, before moving to Australia and living the dream here now down under, lending his considerable experience to the Zig Theory team. International experience as well. Big shout out to everyone joining and tuning in from home. Hope you've been enjoying our coverage here from the Victorian Ultimate Championships. Certainly worth the drive. This is exactly the kind of thing that we need your help to help continue to cover, so please become a Patreon and help us continue. For the moment, we're going to return back to the game. There's another pull. This one, it looks like it's going to be played as out. So just go to the middle. And let's see if Spicy Chili have managed to make any adjustments that's going to assist them in beginning to change their fortunes of this game. A high throw from Batista to Gross cannot be the answer they were looking for, though. And Lee will pick it up. Zig Theory. Battersby goes hard up the line. There's a pick in the stack. So that hard cutting cut will be erased from the books, and we'll go back to the throw of Lee. Just establishing what stall it's going to be on. This time Battersby gets covered, and the inside throw is a little bit wayward. So Spicy Chili get it back. Big pump fake. Outside into Batista. Chili working out of this flat handler set. They're sticking with it, but you would have to say, based upon the scoreline, it hasn't really worked for them. But maybe that's all about to change as Gross driving it down this near side of the field. Goes with a short pass. Very narrow at the moment. Batista looks immediately to the break side and then comes back to the middle. Looks like there's free players everywhere. There is the strike that Spicy Chili wanted. 4-2 the score. See the space between multiple defenders there. And it just opens up very nicely. Very much the outcome that Spicy Chili wanted out of that timeout that they called. And things are going against you like that. Conventional wisdom is to call a timeout and try and stop the momentum that the other team has currently and make some adjustments to see if you can get a score of your own, stem the bleeding somewhat. It's worked out again.
They do a 2-3-2. They want us to go middle, so we go side.
Nice pull, will land inbounds, outside in. The defense gets set pretty quickly, so I have to say a good pull. Middle of the field to C. Chen. Back to C. Back to Chang. Nice outside in throw. Opens up the field. Zig Theory now. Opportunities down the far side. The defense is out of position. Still seeing plenty of zone. Even though the wind has died down a lot. Chang will catch a loopy one. Tran up in the middle of the zone, catches it to Krishna. There's Rossler. This time she's gotten involved. Chang. Back to Chong. Chang, another nice outside into Rossler. These handlers of Zig Theory are as solid as houses. I hope I haven't just jinxed them. Tran. A very fashionable bucket hat. Oh, it's an outside into C. Yep. Well, that's a masterclass in how to throw a frisbee. The Zig Theory team showing they've got depth for days when it comes to their ability to fling it. Outside in into space. Great throw by Chang. So 5-2, Spicy Chili not really able to get the defensive point that they wanted, so they're back on offense now. Pressure will be on them to convert again. There's another break here, and the situation really hasn't improved for them. Certainly the second point that came off the back of their timeout call. It was a good start, but starts aren't finishes, and an end is what you need. And well, at the end of the game, you need to get 15. So. Okay, Dunmole, she is yet to land one in. That one's out as well. Poor Mickey Dunmole is having an absolute shocker at the moment. Absolute shocker. So far, the coach has shown faith and tossing to the disc, but no. Maybe that'll need to change because it's a big advantage. Oh, Dunmole will get herself a block, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. T back to Dunmole. Nice catch by Foley. That's a wild one. But Battersby is going to lay it out there. A very nice throw, Zig Theory. Happy to run with it. Here's the reset to Lee. Dunmole. Nice catch. Looks the inside. Goes up the line straight away. Going to fit it in there. It's a turnover. Actually might be a bit of a discussion. Batista. Electing to stop the flow that they managed to generate there. Batista again on that far sideline. Nice catch. Spicy Chili are making their way steadily down the field. A pass too far, too much. Nice catch. Makes up her ground. A little bit of confusion out there, but might have been off the contact of the defensive bid, more so than a travel. Lee drives the defender in and then comes back, creating that space that she needed. Dunmole with multiple deep cuts. It's going to go with a big backhand. That's a big rip to Battersby, and she's dropped it. And a blurry tumble of hair and hats and legs and arms. That one falls to the ground and is a turnover, so Spicy Chili will have to go all the way back in the other direction. Managing to find some really nice moves though, and that pass up through the middle of the field seems to be the one that's killing them. They're getting around the edge of the zone easily enough. Oh, a wayward no-look from Lee that's saved by Foley. And Foley one-ups her with an even worse throw that results in a turnover. And then Dunmole lurking, much like a great white shark, just a mere centimetres under the waves, pops up and regathers the disc for Zig Theory. So Foley to Battersby. Donahue not able to get close enough to affect a catch. And Gross will throw the strike for the score. Spicy Chili score the third, and you can tell it's hot out there, and it's starting to, the fatigue is starting to be a factor. Get back to the Dunmore block. And the Dunmore layout. And the Dunmore drop. It's a great time for Spicy Chili to regather one of those breaks. 5-3, much better scoreline rather than 6-2. To see them begin that fight back. Get back in the game before halftime. Certainly the preferable option. So, Spicy Chili now, again, another defensive point for them. I think if Spicy Chili score here, Coach Christopherson should probably think about calling a timeout for Zig Theory. Chang. And Chong combining. Rosler to Tran. Tran, who has played well. She's a surprise package, is Tran. Some good disc skills. Ooh, that's a wobbly one, but Rosler doing what she's done for a very long time. Gathering up a fairly speculative throw. And there we go. That's the score, Zig Theory 6-3. Spicy Chili to go back on offense. I don't think they'll be too upset about that. They had a few opportunities to potentially create a block there and get the disc back. This is arguably the best weather I've ever experienced in Victoria. Our southerner latte sipping brethren are often known for their terrible weather. It's glorious at the moment. 29 degrees, only a breath of wind. Perfect frisbee weather. At least if you hadn't already played 4 games today and you're in your 5th, but beggars can't be choosers. And compared to previous times we've come to Bendigo, this is certainly one of the best. So Christopherson just organising his line for Zig Theory. Looks like Lee is going to pull. Dunmore has either been pulled or has pulled herself out of the pulling duties. So Lee to put this down the field. A very, very good pull from Sarah Lee. And it's the best one we've seen possibly out of Zig Theory. Batista. Nice throw around. Chile slinging it outside in. It's a pretty good throw. It's a perfect throw. That's 6-4. Smooth offense is the name of the game at the moment. We're really starting to see flashes of the caliber of both teams. Quite clean. Very few turns.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
And certainly, success at Nationals is directly tied to how effective you are offensively, as well as how effective you are defensively. Your ability not to turn it over and your ability to create turnovers is almost tactical ultimate in a nutshell. There was a way in which you could take the disc and never turn it over, and every time you played defense to create a turnover, you would be world champions, not just national champions or even the champions of Victoria, which is what we're playing for here this weekend. The competition has been endorsed as the qualifier, though, for the Australian Ultimate Championships later this year. I will return to that in a moment as Chang picks it up and combines with Chong again. Seeing that fluoro Udi, or snood. It's a snood. Chang combining with C, now into the cup. This is better. Chang driving the offense. Ooh, she thought about it for a brief moment. Chong to Krishna, back to Chang. To Chong. Chang. C. A little bit of contact. Where's it? Chong. C. Stepping into the cup. Nice movement. Spicy. Struggling really to keep that containment at the moment. Rossler popping up just when her team needs her. Chang. Oh, Chong just on the edge. Andrews back to Chang, who's been in everything. Chong back to Chang. Chong again, stepping forward, that lefty. Where's the contact and plays on? I love it. Chong and Chang combining again, just working that combination in that closed space, and they're getting closer. There's the get out throw, and C is the one who has the unforced error. That'll go down as a throwaway on her stat sheet. So Spicy Chili. Oh, Rossler all day underneath that. C to Andrews. Andrews with a wayward one. And it's Chong who cannot catch it even though she laid out. Oh, you just get the sense that Spicy Chili are not sure of what to do. Well, if in doubt, throw hammers. They win games. And a break to take us to 6-5. By all rights, it shouldn't have worked. By all rights, it should be 7-4, but Spicy Chili may be riding their luck just a tad. See, the first throw that Rossler intercepted, the second deep throw was ended up in the hands of its intended receiver. Great throw selection, actually. With the defense playing so close, the break side of the field, or the far side of the field, becomes kind of the weak spot. And the best way to get that there, especially when you're on the forehand side of the field for a right-handed thrower, is to throw that hammer. So it's a little bit audacious and a little bit saucy, but Spicy Chili have found themselves all the way back in this match. It's up to Zig Theory, really, to come up with some answers here, because they had a great lead to begin with, and now they're in a dogfight. Gross. Outside in. A nice pull that'll land inbounds, and Lee stops it before it goes too far to Lim. Dunmore. Dunmore seems to have switched lines across over onto the offense. Looks like there is a contact call. I imagine immediately following that there was a fast count violation. Contact being not a stoppage, just the stall count has to drop by 2. So if you're on 4, you would drop it to 2. Oh, a nice throw that goes straight through the hands. And Spicy Chili now, an awesome opportunity to go to 6-all. Outside in, oh, it's far too audacious. Lee provides motion from the dump, throws it and goes. Dunmore. Back to Lim. Dunmore. Dunmore's going to go outside in to Donahue. And Dunmore will get a reset from her. Dunmore, stall count, rising. Zig Theory, a little bit static at the moment, not as fluid as some that we've seen today. Oh, Donahue, a great catch under pressure, and there's a long throw. It's off the hands, it backs up and falls to the ground. Zig Theory with a turnover. It was there. It just off the hands. Goes for the clap catch, even though the disc was fairly low. Just looking at the clock, this is a hard-fought match. 6-5 to score and nearly 50 minutes gone. It's a heavyweight battle, and Dunmore can do no more but mack it. That's going all the way out the back. So Spicy Chili, you're going to have a bit of time to bring this one back. We return to the throw and the drop in the end zone. So, Lee. Lim with a brilliant catch up high. Zig Theory still struggling to find it. Oh, they're going to try and reach it to Dunmore, and the throw's just not very good. So Gross has it. Probably going to be her or Batista that looks to throw the goal. And as good as promised, Suwe Goros with a very nice throw and a point, and it's 6-all. The game is tied up after having been in a massive deficit. Spicy Chili have shown immense heart to fight their way back into this one. Looks like Christopherson, coach of Zig Theory, is going to call a timeout. He has to at this stage. The resurgence has been 4 points now. What a brilliant run that is. Wow. We're going to watch some highlights, I think, and think about what's just happened. It's all to play for at 6-all, and not long left in the game. You have to imagine that probably not going to hit double figures at this rate. And so half-time, inverted commas, may become the critical point in this game. Whoever gets to 8 first, it may end up placing one team or the other in a superior position.
Hey, Flo, can you grab mine? It's on the seat.
Comments from the chat saying, great throw, Suway. And we agree. We agree with the peanut seats. Nice outside in throw into space. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're nearly done here for our day one of the Victorian Ultimate Championships. We hope that you're enjoying our coverage and enjoying this Ultimate. If you're not already, make sure that you jump on the ulti.tv Patreon. Help us cover things like this. Get out to more tournaments and promote the sport of Ultimate, because we know how great it is, but unless it's recorded, nobody knows it's happened. If we record it, you can send it to your friends. You can say, look what I'm doing this weekend. You might not know this, but I'm kind of a big deal in the Ultimate Frisbee circles. Say these kinds of things. Coach Christopherson says, let's go. Bit of energy and animation now from Spicy Chili. Demeanors of both teams different. Zig Theory, a little bit calmer, a little bit quieter. Don't think downcast is the right adjective. Spicy Chili, buoyant at the moment. Thinking and talking about the bigger picture. Fightbacks like this are really something that you cannot teach. It's not something that you can really drill in training. Go on a 4-point run against a competition that's really not wanting you to go on a 4-point run. And so the lessons to be learned here are very valuable, and equally as so, lessons Zig Theory to learn. You know, when the momentum was with you and then it turns around and it's completely against you, what do you do? How do you get back in the game? How do you stem the tide, stop the momentum, and start getting things back onto your terms? We'll come back now after this brief timeout break. Spicy Chili to pull, Zig Theory to receive. A good pull, looks like it should be inbounds. Chang to pick it up, goes to the middle to Tran. Inside throw to C. Tran. Fakes the inside throw to C, who does get the inside throw away. Andrews to Cheng, who's been great today, has Cheng, and then he's going to go for Tran! Outrageous! Absolutely outrageous! She wasn't going to get there. Like, that was a turnover. I didn't know why she kept running. Uh-huh. Put that on your Facebook page. Send that one to your grandmother. That's going on the fridge for all eternity. Maybe that is the spark that Zig Theory need. Because now it's 6-7 on defense. They've just seen a big play by one of their teammates. Christopherson is actually going to call Dunmore onto the line. Dunmore was not on the line to play, and Christopherson's made an adjustment there. I think he potentially senses the importance of this point here. And it's Lee to pull again. Dunmore has been well and truly benched from the pulling duties at least. And it would be a Zig Theory zone. Batista. Goes for the high release. Suways climbs up there and catches it. Batista points, showing where she wants those intermediate cutters. And Gross will shred it with a crossfield backhand. Oh, that is just a nothing throw that gets the treatment it deserves. So Lee will pick it up and go to work with the Zig Theory D-line. Foley back to Lee, and the Foley-Lee connection at the moment is faulty. We should get Telstra out here to check the network, because there is something wrong with that line at the moment. Suway Gross will pick it up, and Batista is wide open. Gets it. And he's going to go outside in. Oh, all right. So we find ourselves in the second Galaxy point of the day. 7-all the score. What a game this has turned out to be. Looked like a bit of a dead rubber to begin with, as Zig Theory got out to that early lead, and then immense heart and fight back, enthusiasm and passion from Spicy Chili sees us now 7-all Galaxy point. Next point takes half, and we are not far from time cap. Strange game it's been, a game of runs and momentum. Only 18 odd minutes until time cap, so not far away at all. You might wonder why we call it Galaxy Point. Well, the point to win the game is often referred to as Universe Point, as in next point wins. And hence, the point to take half must be less, so therefore, Galaxy Point. That's us Frisbee players attempting to be funny. I'll leave it up to you whether it is actually amusing or not. As Spicy Chili now, defense. They've had their opportunities and they are creating the turns. So, not a foregone conclusion by any stretch of the imagination as the pool lands in. And the superstar Tran is going to pick it up and get this one in play for Zig Theory. Chang combining with Chong, as they have been pretty much the entire time. A low forehand, that is the turn. Looked like Battersby maybe that threw that. Spicy Chili now. This is their opportunity, take half. Put their noses in front for the first time really in the game. Nice throw, a nice floaty forehand out into space. Pick called down in the stack. Just figuring out where each player should be and who should be in what position. The disc is tapped in on the ground. A nice throw. Under his instruction. Nice defense from Chang. He's putting enough pressure on the throw that it's not making it easy. There's an outside in floater. Oh, it's going to mac up. The bid on the second bite. Turnover is what stands. So C. Oh, with a nice outside in that just gets away from Rossler.
Let's go offense, let's go offense.
So Zig Theory, they're going to have to get this back again. They're very, very deep as Spicy Chili. Rossler just playing in space there. Rossler's intelligence on display, reading that the best and cutting off the throwing lane. So Zig Theory get it back. It's a battle of attrition now. Third turn of the point. Chang to bring it in. It's been good. Having a great game. Is just going to try and put it in there to Andrews. That's half time. All right. I don't think either team is going to be particularly disappointed. Zig Theory take half. Spicy Chili in it. After having been pushed right to the edge early. We're going to have a look at some replays and we'll be back after halftime for the conclusion of this thrilling match from the women's pool play here at the Victorian Ultimate Championships for 2022 in Bendigo, Victoria.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, Ultimate TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Like that. There was video games, but there was like Vietnamese casters, and they literally just yell the entire time. And it's crazy because like nothing's happening in the game, and they're just like, no!
Get up, let's go, Mia. On the field, let's go, on the field.
Am I?
Back now into the second half of this women's pool play match between Zig Theory of South Australia, based predominantly in Adelaide, and Spicy Chili of the Chili Ultimate Club of Victoria, based predominantly in Melbourne. It started out looking like Zig Theory was just going to take this game and run away with it, but Spicy Chili has had other ideas and said, well, no, we're actually a pretty decent Ultimate Frisbee team as well. They've since fought back with a series of long runs to bring us back to 1 point, and with only 7 or so minutes to play in this time cap, well, we're close. And halftime has gone on for a little while, probably longer than it's technically regulation, but allowances are made late in the day. It's been a warm day. Dehydration and sunburn, both occupational hazards for the recreational Ultimate Frisbee player, technically amateurs, so these are the conditions that we brave. And speaking of the conditions, it's just glorious at the moment. 29 degrees, no wind. Tomorrow we're looking at similar weather, possibly just a little bit more overcast. And hopefully a similar amount of wind, because, well, when it comes to Ultimate Frisbee, wind is the thing that really changes the game. A blustery breeze will make it all that little bit harder. A constant breeze that's just a little bit 10 or 20 kilometres an hour just adds a little bit of shape to the throws, which makes it interesting. Spicy Chili completing their cheer. Love to see it. There's one thing that modern Frisbee I don't think has enough of. It's the good old cheer. Back in the day, we used to cheer about El Caminos, where the front looks like a car and the back looks like a truck, which is also known as a ute here in Australia. Cheer obviously being America. So So Coach Christopherson on the line for Zig Theory. Spicy Chili getting their instructions as well. They're pitching on screen at the moment. What a great outing this has been for both sides. I don't think either team, when they go back and watch this later, will be entirely too disappointed. Certainly things to work on, things to tighten up and change and do better maybe next time, but on the whole, you would have to say it's a pretty excellent ultimate show. Great signs for both campaigns, and we will look forward to seeing how this plays out for both these teams in a month or two. And we head to Nationals. Christopherson really slow to break the huddle now. He's clearing the field. Lee to pull again. And Dunmole, I think it's by agreement that she's not pulling anymore. And Sarah Lee has performed admirably in her stead. So much so that I have to wonder if Dunmole might be into a bit of a fight to actually regain the pulling duties. But Spicy Chili now, it's their turn. And Sue Gross will go across to Batista with a high grab. Gesturing in, Zig Theory going with his zone defense again. I wouldn't say there was really any one scheme that has really got Zig Theory consistent. Probably more embarrassed than anything, getting carried off the field by Christopherson. And Christopherson, he's going to come and deposit her directly in a chair by the looks of it. What a gentleman.
No, use mine, it's soft. Oh, no, it's too far away.
So Spicy Chili will have to replace Gross on the field. Well, it turns out it's a quad cramp that has struck down to Gross, and so she's in a world of hurt right now, the uncomfortable cramp feeling. It looks like it's a Vastus medialis that's cramped up very nicely. So have fun with that. Sarah Lee has the frisbee and is now looking to create some movement. Goes immediately across the field, goes fast, and gets a travel called on her. She's ropeable. So this will get discussed. Travel rule as it stands currently. I'll let the chat decide whether that was a travel or not. So Lee has the disc and likes to reset. Dunmole rises, has the deep cut, is going to go with the big backhand. It's outside in. Battersby, she went to the right side of the field and has read it really well. That's 9-7 the score. And, well, by our clock, that's time cap, but our time is not official. Zig Theory up 9-7. I did mention that the score to take half might be important, and it's certainly turning out that way. As now Zig Theory have that advantage. They're up by 2. And time cap surely, any moment. I think that if there is one line that's stronger than the other, it seems like this Zig Theory D line is very, very strong. Between Chong, C, and Chan, they have played excellently. thus far. Sue's back on her feet on the sideline and looking like she's probably ready to go back in. And her team probably needs her and her experience. Been in this situation probably many times before, and great throw by C. And Spicy Chili now on offense. Oh, if Zig Theory could get a turn here and punch it in, this could be really the dagger in the coffin, so to speak. And Rossler, yeah, he's gonna get a turn. A bit of a sheepish look back to see if there was a call. There was no call. And so it's Cheng who's gonna go outside in to C. Not quite in, she's on the doorstep, across the go. Rossler to score the 10th point for Zig Theory. They are now in a commanding lead, 10-7 the score. This women's team from South Australia have really shown some heart. And at 73 minutes on the clock, we are well and truly into time cap. So it looks like Christopherson and Bruce from the coach of Chile are going to have a chat here and just figure out the time cap. I think that they've realised that we're a few minutes over. No harm, no foul at this stage. And ultimate frisbee is one of those great sports that as long as it's by agreement, then it's agreed upon. And I imagine that they'll figure out what we're going to play to here, whether it's a game to 11 or potentially even finish this point and then add one. You may have heard the distinctive Christopherson twang. That is a game to 11 is the decision. So time cap having been adjudicated to have gone in that last point. Therefore, they finished the point and add one. They finished it. Zig Theory scored their 10th, which makes a game to 11. The outcome now. So Spicy Chili, 4 to go in a row if they are to beat Zig Theory of South Australia. Spicy Chili, they start the point off well. They're already at halfway. And Batista.
Pressure now! Pressure now! Pressure now! Pressure now!
Oh, a nice raking throw. Breaks open the Zig Theory zone. Spicy Chili. They're so close to the end zone. They're calm, and Batista with a massive layout block from Dunmore. Oh, putting her body on the line. And Dunmore looks dusty. The throw just a little bit behind the receiver, inside shoulder rather than outside, and gives Dunmore enough of a sniff that she got a piece of it on the way in. So now, Zig Theory with an opportunity. Should they go 64 metres, they will win the game. Foley with a big outcut, and Lee. Lee points to Foley, who has done a trip around the world via Melbourne to get that frisbee. To middle of the field. Battersby. It's cut hard all day, has Battersby. Foley. It's going to go to Lee. Battersby. A nice reset. Zig Theory looking a little bit like Ellipsis at the moment. Just with nice resets and then cuts coming down the field on both sides, using the break side and the open side. A contested throw. Oh, the defense though, Spicy Chili too good, and I've jinxed Zig Theory just as they were starting to look really, really good, and Suwei Gross is going to, what's she going to do? Batista comes across her face, gets the reset in what had to be a high stall situation. Batista again starting to influence the game, is going to throw it into the pack. And that's Spicy Chili's 8th. And 10-8 the score. They close one back. Zig Theory. It was like they hit a wall in midfield. The Spicy Chili defense able to just stop all the momentum and all the flow, and then you saw the finish to the point with a very nice Luisa Batista outside in. Louis Batista aghast to find out that they're still 2 down in this game. Unfortunately, the way that halftime worked out, yeah, you're 2 down in this game. Zig Theory really taking a little bit of a unexpected advantage when they scored that 8-point. Resulted in them allowing them to come out in offense and then convert, putting them up to 9-7. All right, that's Chong to Andrews. And then C. This entire line has been great today. As a unit, they have worked very well together. Oh, what a nice grab there. Saving the disc. C with the inside shot. Andrews is going to speculate it into the end zone. Does not pay off. It looks like there is a call on the throw. And maybe it was a bit of contact. So Andrews will have another shot at it. Maybe reevaluate her original decision and choose a different one this time around, as it ended up in a turn. So look for that reset. Oh, it's too far out in front. The disc never lies. So Spicy Chili pretty much at halfway with an opportunity to close in one more point. And in fightbacks like this, it's always 1 point at a time. Can you just close that gap a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more? Oh, it pops up. Andrews redeems herself with a very nice high grab. Rosler finds C. C's gonna just throw it out the back, and Andrews, can she get the double happiness? She's on their doorstep. Rosler looking. Andrews, she's not sure where to go. And the arm straight out. I don't think that that's a signal. It might be just demonstrating that there is too many people within 3 meters, so maybe it is a signal. So here it is. The opportunity to win the game. Oh, it's the old dad backhand. The backhand on the forehand side of the body. It doesn't spin much, and it ends up in a turn. a real mixed bags for Andrews. So another call. Everyone stopped. People need to regain their position before the disc is called back in. Looks like Cheng to tap it in. Nice throw up the line. There's space, and there's receivers deep. Krishna's lost it. Oh, what a nice grab. Oh, the fight back is on. 10-9 now the score. We're 12 minutes overtime cap, and well, it's getting interesting. The pot is beginning to boil. As Spicy Chili, they are building a reputation as the team that will never say die. To be down so many points early in the game, fight back in it, eventually lose halftime, and then find yourself in a situation where it's 10-7 game to 11, and now you're at 10-9, still game to 11. Invaluable experience. It's really impossible to replicate at training anywhere else, really. This is where you can learn what it's like to be in these high pressure situations. Potentially you turn it over, you lose the game. If you're Spicy Chili anyway. You turn it over here as Zig Theory, well you're still going to get another crack even if they score straight away. But Universe Point is really not what you want if you're a Zig Theory. You wanted to have closed this game out, a wobbly one to Donahue. Lee goes for the circle cut to create some separation. It's a wobbler. Nice throw to Dunmole, who has who packed a good powder today. She's unleashed a lot of deep throws. Zig Theory looking better. Not chancing their hand quite so much. Resetting to Dunmole. It's going to bounce up. It's fine. The reset is there again. Zig Theory are a little bit scrappy at the moment. You can see that the stack is getting very deep. Dunmole is going to realize it and just go for it. It goes through two sets of Zig Theory hands. And this is the opportunity that Spicy Chili have wanted. Looks like it may have collected one of the players in the face on the way through. Never a comfortable feeling. The disc to the face. Spicy Chili. Batista. Nice catch. Batista driving the offense with the legs. Oh, what a nice catch on the way through. Spicy Chili, the inside out throw. There's players in the area. She has dropped it. She has dropped the opportunity to take the game to Universe Point. Drama like this you could never write. So Zig Theory now have to go 64 meters the other direction. The legs are tired. It's 10-6 here locally. It's late. Sunlight is fading. The sun is getting low. The legs aren't willing. Is the mind? Is the spirit willing? Lee, she's been so good all day. Oh, and it's another cold drop, this time by T. Dropping the disc. Spicy Chili, they're halfway down the field. Some 30 meters to go. An inside break, nice. Chile. How are they going to approach this? They're a little bit messy. You can see the stack is spread out horizontally across the field. Batista has dropped one as well. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. The veteran Batista has also dropped the opportunity to go to Universe Point. Dunmore keeps her feet in. She just needs to keep the frisbee moving here. She doesn't need to do anything too fancy. That one taking a big mac of contact off the point. Dunmore. Lee. She's been in the engine room all day, just driving this offense, using her legs, creating that reset, allowing them to continue to play offense. A nice outside throw to Battersby, and Battersby's going to chance her hand. Zig Theory are off to the races, and potentially the final point of this match. She's stuck though. There it is, Dunmore for the scores. Zig Theory have done it. Oh, in a gut-wrenching, leg-burning, vomit-inducing ordeal for both teams. 11-9 is the score. You can see the heart is really what I think did it in the end. Being willing to run when nobody else was. Michaela Dunmore had a shocker on the pulling duties, but has redeemed herself, catching the final point of this match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have enjoyed our coverage of the Victorian Ultimate Championships here from Bendigo for 2022. My name has been Daniel Clinton, and thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Alti.tv